Hello, this is my response video to all of y'all's videos. So to start off, I think it's going to be really interesting to actually follow through with everyone through the course of this semester and figure out exactly what sort of projects we're all going to do. And I think this is a unique opportunity to actually watch ideas develop and mature over the course of, I guess, the next 4 weeks. Starting with Sarah, I like how you pointed out that social justice, as defined in the book, sort of centers on the moral inequities of it all. And I think that that word moral is a really crucial word in understanding the topic. And I don't think I ever incorporated that into the definition that I gave. And I think that that's just important because I think a lot of it's more than just, unfair. It's just actually immoral, a lot of the things that are going on. And I think that unfair and immoral are not necessarily synonymous or interchangeable, and I think that a lot of the issues we are talking about actually go as far to be immoral. And your particular group, you want to focus on the at-risk students as well as non-natives. I'm really interested in that. I wound up working with a group of 8th graders for a year that were all at risk, and then a portion of them were also non-natives, and I think that it's a really unique group to get to know their specific needs and how we can be more proactive to help this in particular marginalized population. So I'm going to be really excited to sort of follow your journey through the next few weeks and see what you learn, what you come up with, because I'm not focusing on those groups, but I'm interested to see how you do. Adina, I agree with you that social diversity and social differences are not the same. I get that they can sort of, be related and play off of each other, but I don't think that they're just synonymous automatically. I think diversity just represents all different aspects of humanity in general, and I feel like differences is just not as specific, maybe, I guess, as diversity is. And I know you talked about how you want to hear from other people's perspectives who aren't categorized in exactly the same way as you are, and we have a lot in common from what you said. I think we both grew up in middle-class families, and we both are, pursuing the same level of education. We both have the same gender and identify as women. So I guess really our biggest difference then is you wanted to hear from people who are not black how they view everything. And hearing you talk about the 1960s voters' rights, how black women couldn't vote till 50 years ago, every time I'm reminded of that, it just sort of shows that whenever you're not in part of the group that was marginalized, how easy it is to forget that those hardships existed. And I think, us both being in the subordinate group as women, it's easier to forget because it's so common with all the little nuances of, oh, you're a girl, you're good at this sport, good job, that's awesome, congratulations on catching the ball. But I think it's important to remember that even though maybe we weren't alive during those voting struggles to have fair rights to vote, I think that just sharing your opinion and all of us talking is really important in being aware. Natalie, I also liked how you said that we were socialized to accept oppression as the norm, and that is the problem. I think that's the seed of the problem and the root of it all, and we just need to figure out how can we get ourselves to not be ignorant to it, because ignorance isn't necessarily malicious, but that's where a lot of problems stem from. We have to be aware of the marginalized groups. We have to be aware of all of the moral inequities, and we can't do anything about it if we're all just turning a blind eye to it because we're socialized to accept it. And Phyllis, I like that you didn't automatically just agree with everything you read. I think it's important that we don't just accept everything the book says as truth, and that we actually do question some things ourselves. And you didn't agree with the minimum wage topic that was talked about. And I just think it's important that just because we read it, we still keep our own mind and our own perspective. And I think it's okay to challenge some of the things we read, because everyone is human, and especially in social topics like this, I think we're all entitled to have our own answer, because there is no right or wrong answer. But I enjoyed all of y'all's videos. Thanks.